Good morning, 47. Your target is Cody Haynes, obsessive art collector currently in the process of procuring the complete oeuvre of Cecil Bardou. Haynes went underground 6 years ago to escape his wife's family, after embezzling their fast food empire to pay for his art habit. Freed from all social ties, his collecting took a turn to a dark extreme. Intel shows that he not only needs to possess the artworks, but that he cannot accept any previous owners being left alive. Our client, the gallerist who originally sold the artworks of Cecil Bardou, is worried the killings will taint his business. Furthermore, he owns one of the paintings in his private collection, putting his name on Haynes' kill list. Your target's insatiable need to possess is leaving a bloody trail, and he must be stopped. Good luck, 47.
Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome to the Collector Elusive Target in Hitman 3. It's just arrived today and he is going to be in Dartmoor. For this video I'm going to be showing you 3 different methods. I'll show the timestamps on the screen, but for method 1 is an easy silent assassin, method 2 is a default loadout mastery level 1 silent assassin, and method 3 is going to be a silent assassin suit only. And all 3 methods are going to be including the optional objective as well, so we're completing the target elimination and collecting the painting itself as well. So for method 1, for easy silent assassin, we're going to start in the garden location, bring along the Calmer 2 tranquilizer or the Calmer 1 tranquilizer or the Taunton, and then bring along a lethal syringe as well as a coin. We're going to let this opening panning shot play out for reasons I will mention a little bit later on to explain that. So make sure you let all this play out and then exit your blend spot, pull out your coin. We're going to go over to a wall over here, which is where a guard's going to be above us, and we need to turn around, so that's the reason why we're throwing a coin there. We're going to climb up the wall and then climb up the pipe behind the guard. So we wanted the guard to turn around so he wouldn't spot us climbing up here. It's not illegal until we get to the top, which is right here. Now he would have spotted us if we didn't throw that coin. Climb through the window, grab the razor blade on the left hand shelf. That is important. We're going to need that to retrieve the painting. So we're just going to run through this area now. There is enforcers around here. We are in a trespassing zone, but however we're going a safe route, so you don't need to worry too much. Climb out the window and then climb up the pipe. Use your instinct to see, you will see Alexa in the room. What you need to do is just wait for her to put her phone away. There we go, and then you can climb up. And the reason why we want to do that is because if you climb up while she's still got her phone out, she will stay in the room for a while. So if you are out of hearing distance, they won't play that little dialogue out. That's the reason why we waited for her to walk away, basically. Also, there's extra guard in the room. But once you're over here, though, just grab the painting. You are going to need a knife for this. That's the reason why we grabbed the razor blade from the bathroom. We've retrieved the painting now. Now we've got to eliminate Cody Haynes. Just keep in mind, once you've completed an objective, you can no longer restart the elusive target unless you do it by closing your application, or Alt F4 if you're on PC to close the application. Otherwise you won't be able to restart from this point. However, it's easy on out from this point anyway, so we're just going to retrace our steps, go back this way we came, making sure we don't get spotted. Head down into the bathroom. You'll be able to climb out the window and down the pipe, no problem, because the guard won't be looking your direction at the time, because he'll only see you climb up because he'll watch you climb up. That's the reason why he'll spot you going in, but he won't spot you coming out. Cody Haynes is going to be hanging around by the greenhouse. He's always going to do that unless you're in the vicinity, in which case he will carry on with a bit of dialogue and then head into the mansion. We're not going to let him go into the mansion though, so what we are actually going to do is pull out our coin right here, enter the greenhouse, which is no longer locked as it is in the main mission, place a coin on the floor like that for the guards to get up, and grab this key from the table. It's an illegal action picking that key up, so that's why we need to distract him. The guard's going to sit back down and look at what he's doing on his phone. And while he's doing that, the target and the guard, his guard's going to come into the room. There's also an enforcer in here, so what we need to do is pull out our Taunton as soon as the guard has his back to you. Take out the woman, and then take out his bodyguard. Pull out your syringe, and then take out our target. There we go. There's 3 in a row. They're all accidents, so 2 of them are accident knockouts and 1 of them an accident kill, which is the poison kill, I should say. So don't worry about their bodies being found. Even if they are, it's still not going to affect your silent assassin rating. And the boat exit is right here because we already took the key. Easy silent assassin, out of the way, nice and easily, nice and simple. Method 2 is our default loadout silent assassin. So we're going to start on the main road. If you are Mastery Level 1, this is the only location you're going to have unlocked. And we're going to use our default equipment, which is the fiber wire and coin. Everyone's going to have those items, so that is all we're going to bring. Now this outfit is the Deluxe Escalation outfit. It was unlocked if you own the Deluxe pack and completing the Deluxe Escalation on this map. However, it looks a little bit glitched at the moment because as we got off the motorcycle, it kind of glitched his outfit, unfortunately, but we are just going to proceed. So what we're going to do at the start is head straight to where the house is. There's no one patrolling over here at the moment, but we are essentially needing to infiltrate the mansion itself, and we need to get ourselves a disguise. So we're going to climb this pipe right here. This is very similar to my original Silent Assassin suit, only for this map when it first came out on day 1. So we're just going to climb along this ledge, and then once you get through the first window, you want to go ahead and climb through that window. So once you've done that, we're just going to pass through the room. There's going to be a waiter over here. We are going to grab his disguise. So what you're going to do is grab this feather duster right here, chuck it on the floor, or use a coin to throw on the floor, and then place your body against the wall like this. Once the waiter comes close to nearby, keep calling him a waiter, but it's not, it's a housekeeper, but they all look the same. But what we're going to do is just going to subdue him like that, put him in a closet, and then take his clothes and leave him naked in the closet. Once we've done that, we now have a nice powerful disguise to take upstairs. So we're going to head upstairs now, where the painting is going to be. There's an enforcer there, which is a maid, and Alexa herself is an enforcer. So what we're actually going to do is wait for Alexa to leave the room and head into the room opposite before we enter the room itself. There's going to be a couple of guards in here, but you don't really need to worry too much about them. Just make sure you crouch behind the desk as you pick up the letter opener, because it's illegal to pick that up and hold it. So make sure you put that away immediately, because we need that letter opener to steal this painting. And once we've done that, we can now head on over to the target himself. We're going to take him out next. And he is going to be in the same location as Method 1. He is going to be hanging around the greenhouse area. Again, he doesn't move into the mansion area or anywhere else unless you are in the vicinity to trigger his conversation. So we are just going to circle around this room and head on back. Taking a long route, but it doesn't matter. I think I got a little bit lost and I couldn't remember my way back out, but it doesn't matter. You can retrace your steps if you want to, go back out the same way you came in if you want. Doesn't really matter. This disguise is quite strong, so you can pretty much go anywhere around the house except for around the housekeepers themselves, because some of them are enforcers. But either way, we are basically going to the same spot anyway, which is back to where the greenhouse is. As you might be able to see him in the distance, there's Cody Haynes in the distance right there. And what we're actually going to do is take out this guard right here. So we're going to throw the letter opener on the floor to distract this guard. And we're just going to wait for him to come around, and we're going to take him out just to get him out of the area, get him out of the situation. Also going to grab his disguise as well, because why not? Take out the feather duster that we got earlier. I'm throwing it at his head because it's a faster melee than anything else. And then we're going to hide him in the crates and then grab his disguise. Do this crouched as well, just in case you could get spotted through the bushes. Great, grab the gun and the feather duster as well. And now we're going to head over to where the greenhouse is itself. So there's not many enforcers to this disguise, but it's not the best one either. So just keep that in mind, because there is an enforcer inside the greenhouse itself. So what we're going to go ahead and do is wait for Cody Haynes to come out of this area. So we make sure we stay in the room as he comes in the room, because we need to make sure we are in the vicinity. Because we essentially need to get rid of this guard though. But if you get rid of him too early, Cody Haynes isn't going to go to an area where we want him to be. So what we need him to do is trigger this conversation that he's about to have. If it doesn't trigger, just keep following him around until it does. He will stop here, turn around to his guard and talk to him about going into the house and going somewhere else. Once that is triggered, go ahead and place the gun on the floor. Don't drop it, just place it on the floor. And what that's going to do is send his guard to go and pick that up and take it away into the mansion. Meanwhile, Cody is going to head to the mansion as well. So because we took out the guard a little bit earlier, we are going to throw a coin next to this crate as Cody is going past so we can get hold of him. So in this situation right here, we're just going to throw a coin as he goes past. He will come over to investigate. And then we're going to take him out. Whoops, I was supposed to throw it and knock him out, unfortunately, but I couldn't, never mind. But what you're going to do is to subdue him and then snap his neck while he's on the floor. And then just place him in the crate. Easy. He also drops a Stanley blade on the floor, or a hidden blade, or whatever it's called, crafting knife I think it's called. He's obviously using that for himself to retrieve the paintings for himself. But I'm going to head to this exit over here, the bridge exit, because I completely forgot to grab the key that's inside the greenhouse. Because there was an enforcer in there, I didn't really want to risk grabbing the key myself without distracting the guard that's inside. And this is an easy exit anyway, so that's how you do it if you have a default loadout with only mastery level 1 on Dartmoor. So there we go. So for method 3, we are doing silent assassin suit only. And for this method, we're going to start behind the mansion area. I'm going to bring along the Calma 2 tranquilizer, but any tranquilizer will do as long as it's not a medic. I'm going to bring along the lethal syringe as well as a coin. So from the very beginning, we are going to grab a crowbar. Our crowbar is just going to be here by the greenhouse itself. So just grab it from the table. I'm just trying to jump over here to get past this guard and get inside the greenhouse itself. I'm going to go ahead and subdue this woman. Once you've done that, I'm going to pull out the tranquilizer and trank this guard. Then I'm going to drag the woman and put her body in the crate. We're tranking the guard because we don't want to get spotted a little bit later on, and his body can stay there and no one will spot his body anyway. We're also going to grab the key. Just leave that body there, don't touch it. It's important. Look at the size of this gun. It's huge. This is the Taunton. It's like it's a tranquilizer I got from the deluxe escalation, Sato Mare Delirium. But it's exactly the same as the Calma 1 and Calma 2, so don't worry about it. I'm going to pull out the crowbar now, and we're going to wait for the door to close and the guard to have his back to us, and then we're going to go and smack the guard in the back of the head, pull out a syringe immediately, and go and syringe our target. The target drops the crafted knife on the floor, the hobby craft knife, or whatever it's called, the hobby knife. We're going to put the guard in the crate just in case his body gets found, and that's all evidence covered up. Now we're just going to wait for the guard outside to move away, so we are now going to crouch through these bushes. Be careful of this guard though with his head turning. Stay crouched as you're running through this section. Because if you run normally, the guards can spot you over the bushes. I'm going to run past this guard here. Run up here. And we're going to take out our final shot in our trank. And trank this guard right here. We're also going to wait for that woman to make sure she's started a new cycle. She goes up and down that corridor, but we don't want to trank him as she's walking because we don't want him to get spotted and draw her attention towards us as we're climbing his pipe. So his body is going to get found, but because it's a trank shot, it won't affect your silent assassin rating, so don't have to worry about it. There's also a razor blade on the shelf there if you didn't pick up the hobby craft knife or whatever it's called now. I can't remember what it's called. Hobby knife. Don't know. You'll probably just correct me in the comments anyway, so don't worry about it. We're going to jump out the window right here, climb the pipe, and we're going to head down there a little bit later on. So there goes the body found, but don't worry, it's not going to ruin your silent assassin, so don't worry about it. As we head up here, we're just going to climb up the pipe. Just be careful of the bodyguards up here in this landing. I'm just going to climb up here, head to where the painting is, it's just down the stairs. Just try and not get spotted by any guards or anything. The painting is always in the same location, it doesn't move or anything.
Good. You got the painting
Now we've got
too.
both
Now head for
objectives
an exit.
complete, we can now head to the exit. going to slide down the pipe. Again, just being careful of the guards that's on here. Climb over here, slide down the pipe again. We're not going to retrace our steps though, we are going to move past the window. We're going to take the bridge exit, so just going to climb down here so we can get across here as quick as we can. I'm going to jump up here as early as we can. You can go ahead and knock out this guard if you want to, or you can try and sneak past him. It's completely up to you. And with the crowbar, we're just going to break open this if you haven't already. One more hurdle now is just going to be getting past these two NPCs. So we're just going to hide in these bushes and just wait for the guard to move away. Time our movements. Alternatively, you can go ahead and chuck a coin to the right and try and sneak past them if you wanted to. But it's entirely up to you what you want to do or risk here in this section. You could just be patient and just wait for the guard to move away. But I think at this point in time, he was broken. He was soft locked. So I just basically threw a coin over there to draw his attention to that direction. And wait for the woman to look away as well so we can pass over the bridge. But that's essentially how you do Silent Assassin Suit Only if you were interested. And that's about going to wrap up this video. So thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know what method you used in the comments. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified of all future videos and live streams. And consider supporting me on Patreon or even becoming a member of the channel by clicking the join button below or clicking the link in the description. And a big shout out to Paul Lilly, Big D, Bedry, Argel, Mark David, Constantine Mueller, Crazy Jesus, The Shafe, Isaiah Blake, and Nico Senpai, Anas, Don Baker, Mina Karamida, and JD. Thank you for becoming top tier Psycho Assassin members. I really do appreciate it. If you want your name read out in the comments as well, all you got to do is join, become a member, become a Psycho Assassin member, and I'll be sure to read your name out next month. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Check out the links on the screen as we're speaking for more tips and tricks. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.